Something like the free market is kind of synonymous with America. And if you don't like it, I don't know how you can say you love this country. You know who loves this country? You know who's not constantly complaining about what happened 200 years ago and who's not obsessed with seeing America through shit-colored glasses and shaking off the stench of what irredeemable privileged we are? Immigrants. AOC says so many people in this country hate women. Oh, geez. Even the guy at the party who pulls out a guitar is like, way to ruin the fun.
Bill Maher is once again taking aim at what he calls the fringe left for criticizing America while glorifying nations with far worse records. Lately, we've seen countless voices, mostly from the liberal side, condemn the United States for even its smallest shortcomings. While some of their critiques may contain elements of truth, Ma argues that many are exaggerated beyond reason. Determined to push back, he delivered a sharp and forceful response. Buckle up. This one's intense.
Impression that to them, America's just a big ugh. The red, white, and ew. A country that started out bad and will always be bad, founded on an unrelenting history of sucking and unable to change. But we have changed a lot. Democrat Cori Bush tweeted, "This land is stolen land and black people still aren't free." And this was on the 4th of July. Really? Not that I give a shit about the 4th of July. I've never been a rah-rah guy. But I am a perspective guy. And that's what too much of the left has lost. Perspective.
At times, it's genuinely disheartening to watch some on the left struggle to acknowledge anything positive about this country. It often feels like they are constantly searching for something to condemn, some injustice or historical sin to hold over America indefinitely. Yes, America has a complicated history, but nearly every nation on Earth was shaped by conquest or conflict, including many of the countries critics readily praise. Progress has never been perfect anywhere. Some argue that Black Americans are not truly free. Yet this is the same nation that elected a Black president twice. That doesn't erase history, but it does demonstrate measurable progress. Ma's broader point resonates. America isn't flawless, but it's far from the villain it's sometimes portrayed to be. Instead of relentlessly tearing it down, perhaps it's time to recognize that despite its scars, the United States remains one of the most significant examples of democratic progress and individual freedom in modern history.
Black people under 30 are optimistic about their future in America, way more than white people the same age. And as far as the land goes, yes, I guess we could change the name of Captain America to Captain Stolen Land.
Of course, even that argument won't satisfy everyone. For some critics, no apology is ever enough, no reform sufficient. But what exactly is the endgame? Are we meant to undo centuries of history overnight? That's not a realistic plan. It's a rhetorical posture. This, Ma suggests, is why many Americans are distancing themselves from the far-left fringe. The demands grow more sweeping and less grounded in political reality. You cannot build a stronger society by endlessly punishing the present for the failures of the past. That approach divides rather than unites. At some point, the focus has to shift from symbolic condemnation to practical progress.
People who start every public event now with one of those land acknowledgements where they say, "I'm standing on land that was stolen from the proud indigenous people of the Chumash tribe," I say either give it back or shut.
Ma also critiques what he sees as performative activism, gestures that look virtuous but accomplish little. Land acknowledgements, for example, may raise awareness, but they don't materially change anyone's circumstances. If meaningful change is the goal, he argues it requires policy, action, and measurable outcomes, not just statements. Otherwise, activism risks becoming more about signaling righteousness than solving problems. The larger issue isn't whether America should confront its history. It should. The question is whether symbolic gestures are replacing substantive reform. In Ma's view, appearances cannot substitute for practical solutions.
Says so many people in this country hate women. Oh, geez. Even the guy at the party who pulls out a guitar is like, way to ruin the fun.
Ma has also challenged claims that America fundamentally oppresses women. The United States, despite ongoing debates and policy disagreements, provides women with legal rights, educational access, economic opportunity, and political representation that remain unmatched in many parts of the world. That's why, he argues, reducing election outcomes to gender bias oversimplifies complex political decisions. Voters weigh many factors: policy positions, leadership style, economic concerns, not just identity. True empowerment, in his view, means holding every candidate to the same standard of competence and accountability, regardless of gender.
Bowman says capitalism is slavery by another name. No, it's not. It's the thing that has given more people more prosperity and hope than any other system, flawed though it surely is. But
Ma also defends capitalism, while acknowledging its imperfections, as a system that has historically driven innovation, lifted living standards, and expanded opportunity. He notes that while not all left-leaning individuals support socialism, there's been growing openness toward that ideology among some younger political voices. Critics often frame socialism as inherently compassionate and equitable. Ma counters that historical outcomes have been far more complicated. His point is not that reform is wrong, but that dismantling market-based systems entirely carries risks. The freedoms many critics enjoy, including free speech and economic mobility, exist within a capitalist, democratic framework.
something like the free market is kind of synonymous with America. And if you don't like it, I don't know how you can say you love this country. You know who loves this country? You know who's not constantly complaining about what happened 200 years ago and who's not obsessed with seeing America through shit-colored glasses and shaking off the stench of what irredeemable privileged we are? Immigrants.
Ma raises a broader question. If America were truly as irredeemable as some claim, why do millions around the world still seek to come here? Every year, families make enormous sacrifices for the chance to pursue opportunity in the United States. Immigration patterns suggest that, despite its flaws, America continues to symbolize hope and possibility. That doesn't mean the country is perfect. It means that, comparatively, it still offers freedoms and prospects many find worth pursuing.
I came here and they will tell you the same thing. Ron DeSantis put me on a plane. But they will also tell you that America, for all that's so shitty about it right now, is still the last best hope. And those people asking for our votes to take it over.
Ma argues that constant America bashing is politically counterproductive. Voters are unlikely to rally behind leaders who frame their country as fundamentally broken beyond repair. Political messaging that appeals to pride, resilience, and shared identity often resonates more strongly than messaging centered on guilt or condemnation. Patriotism, he suggests, should not be treated as incompatible with reform. Leadership requires balancing critique with affirmation, acknowledging problems while still believing the country is worth improving.
A TV show or a movie, but history books, that's not supposed to be fan fiction. How we teach our kids history has become a big controversy these days, with liberals accusing conservatives of wanting to whitewash the past, and sometimes that's true. Sometimes they do. But plenty of liberals also want to abuse history to control the present. And last month, a scholar named James Sweet caught hell for calling them out for doing just that. He criticized a phenomenon known as presentism, which means judging everyone in the past by the
Finally, Ma addresses what he sees as an increasing trend of rejecting not just America's present, but its entire historical foundation. Yes, American history includes injustice and contradiction. So does the history of every nation. But it also includes reform movements, civil rights progress, scientific innovation, and democratic expansion. You cannot build a better future by refusing to recognize both the failures and the achievements of the past. Sustainable progress requires perspective, not perpetual outrage. At its core, Ma's argument is this: America remains an imperfect but extraordinary experiment in freedom. Constructive criticism strengthens a nation. Relentless self-denunciation weakens it. Real progress begins not with resentment, but with a belief that improvement is possible. And that wraps up today's discussion. If you enjoyed the breakdown, don't forget to like and subscribe for more commentary and analysis.